It is yet another rainy day in Toronto, looking fabulous outside. Not really. In this video, I'm gonna break down my picks, why I picked them, and my thoughts on the strategy moving forward. Put on your F1 earmuffs, because in this video, I will not be liable for any terrible advice that I'm about to share. This is not advice, actually. This is my first pick for my 5 constructors, 5 drivers, and 5 constructors. Let's put that team on the screen. Lewis, Bottom, Ocon, Behrman, and Piastri. So, I ended up in 9th place. Yes, that seems terrible for the commissioner. However, it's not my fault that Piastri crashed, and Piastri has amazing potential. So we'll see what happens and where this season goes. I did not use any chips for my first race, which maybe I should have. The no negative would have been amazing, but we cannot predict the future. And then my constructors are Ferrari and Haas, only Haas, because they're kind of mid, and I think they are not going to be too detrimental, I hope. Ocon and Behrman typically sit in the middle, so I think that should be good. Strategy. So my strategy was buy low, because in the Australian GP and with all this new EV stuff, no one knows what's going to happen. All of the drivers are scared of what their cars are going to do. The testing in Bahrain ended in huge gaps in race time. It's anyone's race, with 1.5 new constructors in the mix, Cadillac and Audi, and then the new EV, who knows what's going to happen. Being the only black, British, and fine F1 driver, I have to go with Hamilton. Gemini also tells me that statistically, he's the most successful driver in the history of the sport. In 2007, he was with McLaren for his rookie debut, and he won his first 9 races. So that doesn't sound too shabby. Now, Ferrari was a rocky start, and for some reason, the first few races, it seemed like the constructor was sabotaging him. At least to me. But I have high hopes for this year, and that's why he's my first pick. Piastri. He was a solid driver last season. In 2025, I kind of watched a couple of the races because of my mum, and he is my mama's favorite guy. He just shuts his mouth and gets along, head down, and let me drive to survive. He finished in 3rd, and there is a high potential he can come first this season. Behrman is a driver I just learned about. He's kind of a mid driver. I think he could potentially be good at overtaking. I'll have to learn more about that. The only thing I know is that he is 40% owned by people worldwide in the global leagues. So I thought that shouldn't be a bad pick. Australia. I ended out my week with 183 points. Let me take a look at the app. Let's break it down. So 50 points for Lewis Hamilton. He had the 2 times applied to him. Obviously, he's a legend. Oscar Piastri, unfortunately, 14 points. We had Esteban Ocon with 9, not too bad. Ollie Behrman with 20 points, pretty damn good. Where did he finish? He finished in 7th place. Okay. I think that's pretty impressive compared to who he was up against. We had Lindblad, very impressive for the rookie. He was 8th place. And I see great potential for him as a mid driver. He should have gone up in asset value. I haven't checked the asset values yet. And then my mechanics, I had the Haas team. So 34 points. That's not too bad. So let's keep the Haas team mechanic. And then Ferrari, 69 points. So that was because we had Hamilton finish 4th and Leclerc finished in 3rd. So pretty good combo. This is a long road, so you have to invest your time and your heart and your patience. We're gonna move from 9th place to 1st place. Let's get it. Formula 1 Fantasy League. Next up, we're gonna break down potential moves I can make for China.